All right, I got a little more than a week until I start a new job. So I decided that over this next week, I'm going to do a 7-day fast. And I decided to kind of keep my mind busy during it, that I'd vlog during the course of it. And I forgot to take my phone in with me when I did my weigh-in this morning. It's kind of embarrassing to say that over the course of the last couple of years, I let my weight get away from me pretty badly. And about 6 months ago, I was about 520, 525, somewhere there. I'm a big guy. I carry it well, so it doesn't really seem like I'm that heavy, but I'm a fat ass. Not afraid to admit that. Even when I'm skinny, I'm still kind of a fat ass, because my skinny is about 300 to 325. I look really good when I'm in there. But I've dropped about 50 pounds since then because I've been put on a couple of different medications for some health issues I've been having, and those help me get the weight down. Plus, I cut back on the drinking quite a bit lately. That helps, because the only thing that people don't realize about drinking is even though it's light, even though you can do light, low carb drinking, it's still got calories. And when you find out that a bottle of rum has about 1,500 calories in it, give or take a couple hundred calories, and you're doing several of those a week because you self-medicate because you're not good at dealing with stress at all, those calories can add up quite a bit. So this morning when I weighed in, I was a little elevated because obviously yesterday I had a couple things that were perishable that I wanted to go ahead and mow down so I didn't have to throw a bunch of stuff out. So I pigged out a little bit. And it wasn't, I've had way worse. I've had way worse weight gains over a 12-hour period than what I had over this. But I made sure I was done with everything by midnight last night. All I was doing was drinking these little, and they don't have a whole lot of calories in them, but they're pretty much free of carbs, and they're really easy when you're on a diet and you don't want to drink just water all the time, and it keeps you away from the pop, and even the diet pop gets boring as hell. But these are, I like using these a lot. The little squirt them in there, makes a drink for you. So, but I won't be able to use it all during this week because it's got calories in it. If you take calories, you break the fast. So I made sure I was done with the last drink of that by midnight last night. So I've been fasting now. It's going on 10 a.m. right now. About 10 hours total. And if any of you have ever done a fast, it doesn't really hit you, especially on the first day. It doesn't really hit you until you're about that 12 to 16 hour mark, where you're just like, you're not really hungry, but you want to chew on something. And you don't want that something to just be, like, if you can find 0-calorie gum, which is sometimes difficult, especially when you live in a small town like I do, and you got to order that kind of stuff. You got to try and not eat out of boredom, because if you can make it through the first day and a half of a fast, the rest of however long your fast is going to be tends to be a breeze. I mean, unless you're going like super long, like the longest fast I've ever done is like 5 days. I'm trying for 7 days this time. But typically whenever I intermittent fast, it's usually no more than, my longest is usually no more than 24 to 36 hours on a fast. And that's not going to be more often than maybe once every couple, 3 weeks tops. So this is the first time I'm trying a 7-day fast. And last week I did a 3-day fast, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I got next week coming up here pretty soon, so I went ahead and I just did my normal intermittent fasting for the next 4 or 5 days. And now let's just see how this keeps going. We'll report in here every now and then.